Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Let's react to a full episode of She-Hulk and talk about how dumb the show is.
Yeah, so I'll try to put up some clips on the screen while you watch us react to the episode. This is also episode 8, just so you know.
There we go.
Next time you think of Josh, everyone we meet, no matter how much they've hurt you, it's a lesson learned.
Good advice, to be fair.
So yeah, we're going to watch a full episode of She-Hulk basically with you guys. So we decided to change up the atmosphere a little bit and give you guys some different kind of content. We're doing She-Hulk because it's a very easy show to make fun of because it's so horrible. It's a very easy show to critique because it's just very critiquable. It's a show that really demonstrates how society views men and women, not because exactly of the writing in the show itself, but it's kind of like a summarization of how society depicts media. Like, this show is the perfect capitalization of like where superhero movies are going, where media in general is going. But there's a reason why we're doing this. I personally am not a fan of the show. I'm just watching it for the channel, and we like to get some interest because this is the kind of show that people are watching these days. So it's very important to analyze what the general public is consuming and why they're consuming it, and what kind of influence they're being given by society and the government, and basically the overall theme of the things that are going on in the world. And this is a show that's so easy to get into because it's a show that many people are watching, and it's also a show that is demonstrating the downfall of one of the greatest cinematic universes ever put to screen. It's really just demonstrating on how society views gender dynamics and the state of media itself, and how art in itself is dying because of agenda and politicalization of so many things. So it's important that we talk about these kind of things, and what better way than to go over a horrible show. Now, apparently this episode is going to feature a very popular superhero named Daredevil, who is a blind superhero that is, he has like a high sense of smell and hearing and all that, and we're already hearing not good things about the show, so we thought we would check out this episode. Apparently this is going to be the one of the most highest viewed episodes because it has Daredevil. I want to point out that it's also interesting that people are mostly tuning into this episode specifically because of a hero that they like. So I know in an earlier episode, She-Hulk broke the fourth wall and said something like, "Oh, I know you guys are just watching this for the cameos. Don't forget who the show's really about." Well, the problem is She-Hulk's not really that interesting in this show. It's not really something that people are going to go watch, so people are going to tune in to this episode not because of She-Hulk itself, because the show is pretty much a complete failure, and it's not very good. They're going to watch it because they like the hero Daredevil, who appeared in No Way Home a little bit, and it's very interesting to see how the audience is going to react and how we're going to react. So far, I'm not hearing good things, but we're going to let it play out, and we're going to talk to you guys about our thoughts, and so let's continue.
Yeah, and Daredevil made famous from, not from Ben Affleck, I'm sorry, but from the Netflix series that's on Disney+.
Is this OLED or QLED? Small line research films OLED. Better for color resolution and picture quality. Funny enough, I actually read the option.
The store might be closed, but you forgot about the guard frog.
The what?
Okay, you gotta... First of all, I just want to point out that a lot of writers don't know how to write anymore. The writer of this show is absolutely atrocious with the dialogue, super cringe. I know it's supposed to be like a comedy, as all the defenders of the show will say, but here's the thing. Comedies are supposed to be funny. I have never laughed from this show, personally. I mean, from everything I've seen, I don't think anything's funny. It just doesn't capture my humor, and it's written bad. A lot of people don't know how to write Hollywood stories anymore. If you really want to get ahead of if you really want to make a powerful and strong story in Hollywood these days, use a cheat code for all the writers out there. Write about a masculine hero who has to overcome obstacles and go on a journey. You'll make money. It'll be a great story, because every other writer in Hollywood right now is being woke, and they're writing all these female characters. So it's pretty easy to make a good story. But yeah, just cringe writing. I don't know if I'm ready for this. Let's keep going.
Yeah, I mean, Frogman is supposed to be like really stupid, so I mean... So far, right. I mean, yeah, so far so good. Like, look.
My name is Leapfrog. I'm just acting like I'm the guard frog in this particular instance.
If you tell a joke, if you explain a joke, it's not funny.
My name is Leapfrog.
Yes, that has been noted several times, Mr. Petilia. Cool. So, your defective suit?
Right. So I was surrounded by these huge guys. Twisting toe jam! Although I was outnumbered, I could tell that they were afraid of me. So, in order to de-escalate the situation, I shouted my signature catchphrase. Time to rip it and rip it! The next thing I know, my inflammable suit with a 900-degree threshold is on fire. And you guessed it, I have 33 burns all over my legs. I mean, I deserve justice and compensation for all of my pain and mental anguish and stuff.
Well, this does seem to be a pretty
The writer
clear
not
case
knowing
of
what to write.
manufacturer's defect,
Clearly.
negligence, strict liability, and breach of warranty.
Yes?
I do believe you are owed compensatory damages.
You know what? Let's pause this. Hold on. Let me point out that every male character in this show is an idiot. Acts like a moron. They act like Star-Lord on steroids from Guardians of the Galaxy. They act like him, but even dumber. Every male is a little child. Once again, I know it's supposed to be a comedy, but no, you know, maybe it's being too critique or too harsh, but it's supposed to demonstrate Hollywood. Like, they portray every male as like, woohoo! So it's kind of like that stupid, like, idiotic male, and then you have the strong female lawyer here being rational and calm, and this guy's like, woo, spinning around a chair, just being a moron. This is what Hollywood thinks of men, you know, and a lot of guys are weak when it comes to society these days, and there's a lot of, like, soy in the food. So it makes sense why they would portray men like this. And the writer of this show probably went on a lot of bad dates, and she knew exactly how to write men, because probably a lot of guys acted this way towards the writer, so it was very easy to write a show. Plus, you know, I have all the Marvel interference and all the executives wanting them to write it this way. So no hate on the actors, of course, but this is what they're told to do. But it's just, you know, it's just something that we need to look into, something we need to recognize at least.
Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty much good. Let's continue. I want to know what happens next.
What is the name of the manufacturer?
Luke Jacobson. He specializes in super suits.
Oh, shit. Jacobson is the only tailor I can go to because of my unique physique. Do you think maybe Pug could take this one?
Mr. Patilio is one of our biggest clients.
The guy dressed as a frog?
Mr. Patilio Sr. Look, it's very important that we keep the Patilios happy. Eugene is also very excited to have a Hulk on the case, and they're willing to sign a conflict waiver to have you, Miss Walters.
But I believe I would be ethically compromised in representing a client against Jacobson because I like my nice clothes and I don't want to piss him off.
You've handled a client who had to sign a conflict waiver before. In a case, one would argue, is a lot more personal than this one.
Yes, and I would love not to be in that position again. Also, he's making me a dress for the gala.
Very well, Miss Walters. I suggest that you try to come to an agreement with Mr. Jacobson so that a filing would not be necessary. Understood?
Ribbit and rip it.
Yes, ribbit and rip it indeed.
Jennifer, do not rush me. I told you your dress will not be ready until Friday. You want to look good for your lawyer award, right?
Yes. Well, Luke, I am here under some unpleasant business. I have been retained by a client who suffered serious injuries due to a dysfunctional suit that you sold him. Now, nothing has been filed, so I think we can come to some agreement.
How dare you? I've never made a defective suit in all my life. My work is impeccable.
Oh, obviously, I know that firsthand, and trust me, I'm not happy to be doing this.
I'm not trusting you after you just lumbered in here and stabbed me in the back.
Oh, well, there's no lawsuit yet, and there won't be if you just take some responsibility for some of my clients' injuries.
I do not make suits that malfunction.
CGI is still
my
bad.
work speaks for itself.
It's CGI. You see that, right?
What did you say?
I wasn't even paying attention to her, to be fair.
She-Hulk will never get another suit by Luke Jacobson ever again?
Oh, hey, I prepaid for that!
Then you shouldn't have betrayed me, you greasy old buffalo. You are blocked, blacklisted, and reported.
Now, I am gonna take you down.
Well, I hope it's not down to wherever it is you get your ugly clothes from.
See you in court!
Bruh, stupid.
I feel dumb watching this. I feel like I'm losing brain cells watching this. Like, you know what? People waste hours and days and months and years and millenniums and decades watching stuff like this, deteriorating their brain, instead of going out, improving themselves, going to the gym, making money, actually becoming better, researching things about the world, and becoming more self-reliant. Instead of, making an impact in the world, they're actually watching shows like this that just make them dumber, It's very unfortunate. This is the world we live in now. People are sedated by shows like this. I mean, I'm sure, yes, there are good shows out there. Like The Boys, I heard is pretty good. Breaking Bad is over now for years, but it's still good. Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, great.
The original, not
Yeah,
the reboot.
yeah, we don't talk about the reboot. But, like, there are some good shows out there, but people waste their time on just meaningless shows that are never going to impact them in any good way. And I sense myself already getting dumber watching this, so I can only imagine what most of the population who watches shows like these feel afterwards. They probably, eat tacos after watching this, and they go to bed all bloated, hating themselves, drinking bleach, just going to bed sad. I could definitely see how people go to bed angry, and this is why people are depressed, because they're just watching stuff like this, and then they waste their life, and then they sedate themselves for hours on TikTok, and then they wonder why they hate themselves. So just some observation about life. Just watching this is just like, bruh. Like, I know some people find enjoyment, like, ha, 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 just like laughing stupidly at the TV, but, it's just, it's kind of sad.
Yeah, because like I'm like laughing, but I'm not laughing with it. I'm not laughing to the joke. I'm laughing at the fact that it happened, and that the fact that they went there and they did that. Like, it's dumb. Like, I find a lot of the stuff that they've written into the show is just not good. And it's comical in a meta way, where it's comical in the way of not funny in the aspect of story and aspect of like within the show, but in the production of the show and how they implemented it is funny to me, because it's not good. So I find it funny that I can't believe they actually did this and thought it would be a good idea to do it. Like, Mahler can go for fucking hours talking about about this shit, like, and he'll do it with precision and hilarity.
But it's just kind of, this is where Hollywood is now. They don't know how to, it just doesn't feel like a good show. Those shows you just watch and you're just like, damn, I shouldn't be watching this, but I am, because I already hit the play button, so I'm just gonna watch it anyway. It's just, I already feel the waste of time. I'm only 5 minutes in this episode, and I feel like we
stopped it multiple times. Sorry.
It's like Family Guy, but dumb, like super dumb. Like, imagine Family Guy dumb, but then just dumber. This is not even. It's not even entertaining, really.
It's just let's just fast forward to the Daredevil plot. Let's just get there.
Yeah, right.
Oh, we didn't even hit the title card yet. Here's the title card.
God, even worse.
Finally the title card.
Are you representing yourself?
Representing himself? Start planning how you're gonna spend all your new money.
Mr. Jacobson.
Of course I'm not representing myself, Your Honor. I'm not a fool.
Then where is your counsel?
Ah,
I'm here.
beautiful.
Apologies for the tardiness, Your Honor. I had trouble finding parking. My driver got lost. My name is Matthew Murdoch. I'll be representing Mr. Jacobson in this case. Okay. Sorry, Lee. As a first point of order, I'd like to ask that the opposing counsel's motion to compel production of the defendant's client list be rejected, as it's not relevant to the litigation.
Who's this asshole? Your Honor, I believe this information to be incredibly relevant given the nature of the complaint.
She called him an asshole, which means they're probably gonna smash, because, well, in real life they smash because girls love assholes, and you should keep that noted. So just a possible observation.
So far, Matt Murdock is very spot on, especially when it comes to the Daredevil show.
This is the guy. This is the reason why people are gonna watch this episode.
Yeah,
they don't even care about She-Hulk. They want to see.
That's me, literally me. When the trailer came out for the show, and it had Daredevil in it, that's all I cared about, because Charlie Cox is Matt Murdock and Daredevil in the Daredevil show, because I'm watching it now technically for the first time. I'm watching it, and it's awesome. Like, it's great. Like, he does a great job being Daredevil. The whole story of it in the Netflix series was great. A lot of people can agree with that, and if they can implement him in a way that is similar, because technically it's not the same Daredevil, technically. If they can implement it in a way where it's similar but not exactly the same, they can do some really good things with the character. So far, when it comes to the courtroom, and it's Matt Murdock, so far it's pretty good. His quips on point, perfect. That's exactly how he would talk. And his lawyer speak and how his tone is exactly how he should be. She-Hulk is freaking out because she's about to get played by this man.
Instances of Mr. Jacobson's other clients sustaining injuries from faulty merchandise.
I believe Miss Walters will find that Mr. Jacobson's record as it pertains to customer satisfaction to be spotless.
Oh, if the defendant has nothing to hide, then why not hear from his
I would
clients?
say it's a gross invasion of people's privacy based on a very shaky what if.
This is a very common procedure in product liability lawsuits. It is material to the case whether this type of malfunction has affected other people. There is no inherent right to privacy when employing Mr. Jacobson's tailoring services.
But we're not just talking about a product here. The very nature of Mr. Jacobson's line of work, making suits exclusively for superheroes, necessitates anonymity. And I remind you that the Sokovia courts have been repealed.
Superheroes operate in the public eye. As public figures, it is assumed that there will be some loss of
The
privacy.
distinction here is we're not talking about celebrities. We're talking about superheroes who have enemies who will try to harm them, and the people close to them, the ones who didn't ask to be a part of this life. Now, Ms. Walters chose to have her identity be public, but it isn't up to her to choose for everyone else. This isn't about privacy for privacy's sake. If this information is not protected, not only would it ruin my client's career, it could put a lot of people in a lot of danger. And all over one man's misuse of the suit.
I'm in agreement with Mr. Murdoch. Motion to compel discovery is denied.
Wait, does that mean I don't get a new suit?
Sit down.
No, look at this thing.
Okay, hold on.
Mike has a thought.
Matt Murdock is a G, and then look at this guy. He's being fucking
Idiot.
emotional as fuck. We don't even know
He
where
sounds
he's
like
going.
he's 13 years old.
Yeah, he's being super emotional. He's going crazy. Matt Murdock, literally everything he said, spot on, awesome right now, perfect. I had nothing to complain about with Matt Murdock.
I
at
bet a
this
different
point.
writer wrote him.
He had to, because they had to have gotten somebody. Kevin Feige must have went in there and was like written that shit himself because
Yeah.
it was good. This is where we get to.
And now we're back to the She-Hulk writer.
Yeah, we're back.
How am I supposed to wear this?
Mr. Patilio, what kind of fuel did you use in your boosters?
Jet fuel. Wait a minute. You used jet fuel in your boosters? Because that's not what my instructions said.
What?
No, I didn't.
He's lying. Don't ask me how I know, I just know.
Yes, we can all tell he's lying, Mr. Murdoch. If the plaintiff ignored the manufacturer's explicit instructions, then the defendant is absolved of all liability. I'm dismissing this case.
Am I gonna go to jail?
No, but I would like you to. Luke,
Yes, clown.
I just wanted to apologize
For daring to question
You say
my
yes, clown?
craftsmanship.
Is there any way that
Yeah,
we could go back
yeah.
to
He called her a clown.
Taylor?
Well, he ain't wrong.
Yeah.
Jenny, Jen.
Fuck you.
No, because I hate you now.
Okay.
Sounds like a woman. A woman wrote that guy's lines. Obviously.
I mean, the guy is feminine, so I mean, it's perfectly
well,
in
then again,
character
most
with
men
himself.
in this show are also feminine.
Yeah, but I mean, like, he's explicitly feminine. Like,
Yeah.
like where this guy, he doesn't look like he could be feminine, but he is. This guy, you can tell he's feminine. Everything about him is feminine. So of course, how he speaks to her just now.
It is
feminine.
accurate to real life, though, because a lot of guys do act feminine now, like more
Yeah.
than before, which is
Oh.
also part of the society's agenda. But that's one day.
Yeah. Poor Jen. Who cares?
I don't.
That's what I said.
Back at the bar.
What's this?
From that guy over there.
Hold on. I'm gonna pause it real quick. Of course, it's him. But
Yeah, well, he's.
but like, of course, like if you have, I don't know if anyone else has noticed this, but every single episode we've gone through so far, there's 8. We're at the 8th of 9 episodes. She has drank something, some alcohol of some sort in every episode. Just to let you know that.
I didn't even realize that.
At least one
obviously.
drink. She's had at least one drink of some kind in every single episode. She's always been either at the bar or with Hulk drinking whatever.
Like, I know it's part of the comics, but I mean, just to see it, in the show and.
Like the alcoholism in this is excessive.
But a lot of middle-aged women do drink in this capacity. Unfortunately, I see it. I see it in my day-to-day real life. So at least it's kind of accurate to this show I think is made for 30, 40-year-old women. I think it's not really made for us, obviously. At least some parts of it. When they implement things like Daredevil and then Wong in some episodes or Abomination, even though they made Abomination a pussy anyway. Those are, I guess, for us, but a lot of the content is for middle-aged women, I think it's made for. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but I am pointing out the obvious.
Yeah, it's the uncomfortable truths that we have to deal with. And when it comes to shows like these, when they show and they put up to light of the alcoholism and women drinking a lot, I feel like, and I can go off on a podcast about this, so if you ever want to, I will, but I'm going to just say a little bit here, is that I feel like women attach to alcohol so much and they go for alcohol so much is because it's like a coping mechanism for have to work so much and try to put in their own weight when they usually never really had to before, ever since pretty much World War II.
Yeah, I do feel bad for a lot of girls.
They're pretty much propaganda to go into the workforce and be their own person and stuff like that. Women never really had to do that until then because of how the world situation was and how the differences of men and women were put back then, and it was perfectly fine. But once World War II happened and all the men had to go out to war and there wasn't anyone to do any of the jobs at home, so the women had to take a responsibility to do those jobs, and then the propaganda of women wanting to stay in the workforce became a thing to them where women felt like they were obligated and this is the things that they wanted to do, but clearly not really. They're not really meant to be doing, crazy things, like this. I mean, like, women could be lawyers if they really wanted to. Women could do whatever they want if they really wanted to.
And they get stressed out very easily,
Yeah.
and then they resort to alcohol very easy.
Yeah, most women don't want to be in the workforce. Most women don't want to do that, but some women feel like they need to, and then that's where all this comes from.
Yeah, so with that said, we'll continue.
An appletini? Cute.
Mind if I join you?
Sure.
Sure.
Let him walk over with his cane and shit.
Want to extend a peace offering?
Ugh. I hate it when people take the high road. So, what's your story, Matt Murdock? You're from New York, but you flew all the way out here for a product liability case?
Luke Jacobson made a couple of new suits for me, so I owed him one.
Doesn't really look like it.
It's a low blow insulting a blind man's clothes. I'm wearing pants, right?
You have your own practice, right?
Why, Miss Walters, have you been checking up on me?
Yeah, can you blame me? You came out of nowhere and you made my dumb client admit to being even dumber than I thought he was in court. How did you know about the jet fuel?
A hunch. What is his deal, by the way?
I'll give you one guess.
Okay.
It rhymes with rich parents. Oh, wait, I said it was rich parents. His dad is a very important client, so he is a very important client.
Well, you know the expression, one for them, one for us?
Yeah.
Well, I run my practice in Hell's Kitchen. Yes. And we mostly do pro bono work, the us part. But I do on occasion take a job with a bigger client when bills start piling up. The them part.
Wow, secret double lives of Matt Murdock. How does he do it? As someone who works for them full time, I really don't have any gas in the tank for anything else.
See, the way I see it, Jen Walters can use the law to help people when society fails them. And She-Hulk can help people when the law fails them. So you can, if you choose.
The best of both worlds.
Forget about Josh. She's gonna sleep with. She's gonna bang Daredevil. She's gonna.
Yo, look at her face. Look at her.
She's gonna suck. She's gonna suck the blind man's dick. It's gonna happen. It's. I think Daredevil is written pretty masculine. I'd say. He was by far he is the most masculine character of the show, and they have to because if they mess his character up, they know that people are gonna come for the throat of the show.
Oh, slit the throat completely. They could take the head completely off because, I feel like they've done great job. How he spoke, the things he said, Hell's Kitchen, everything like that. It kind of references the show, the original Netflix show, in a way, and it does a lot of good things for the character. And I want to know who he's talking to be fair, but let's just continue for a bit.
We're all feeling this, right? It's not just me.
Bro.
Yes, girls like masculine men. Ha! What a surprise.
Do you remember Todd, that gross tech bro with the She-Hulk fetish?
Oh, here we go.
Hey, do you want another round?
No.
I'm so sorry. I have to go. Something has just come up with work.
Oh, yeah. Totally. I got work, too.
Of course.
Oh, it's Todd.
So what is the urgent matter that you wanted to discuss?
Oh, yeah, so I was at an auction.
Buying at dinner? What?
Yeah, so here once again, here comes the idiot guy. So we had a little bit of a masculine male figure. Now we're going back to idiots again, and She-Hulk is being herself. So let the cringe continue. We had a good moment. We had a good moment there of like, okay, it's not that bad, and now we're back to cringe fest. So let's see how this blows up.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure this guy is definitely a bad guy. He's part of the intelligentsia. This guy is just...
He's just stupid.
Yeah, this guy's... I don't know.
recently buying art.
He's also a weirdo.
They had an authentic Wakandan war spear.
Wow.
So I, of course, win the auction. A milli.
He also thinks he's cool that he spent $1 million for a Wakandan war spear. By the way,
That's like a lot of guys think that they're heroes for buying a gold dinner.
yeah,
It's just
or that they have like really nice cars and stuff like
yeah,
that.
they've never seen the other side
No.
of life.
$1 million.
Okay.
Clearly.
I got that.
Okay.
Yeah.
And see, like, she didn't care. She doesn't care.
Nobody cares.
So here it is. Check
She-Hulk
this out.
thinks people are dumb.
Boom. How cool is that? I mean, I own that now.
Why are you shirtless?
God,
Why are you?
what is collecting African shit on my level? I love it. I love Wakanda. You know, I actually studied abroad there.
Really?
Wakanda forever!
I don't know.
That makes me uncomfortable.
That makes
So
the
is
viewer
there
also
a
uncomfortable.
legal issue with your purchase?
No. Well, okay. They want it back because apparently it was stolen by colonizers, but whatever. I mean, I got the receipts. You know, listen, babe.
Why is he
let's
calling it
drop
babe?
the whole core
Stop
thing.
that. I don't like this. Why is he calling
This
it
guy is such a weirdo.
Why are you
Like,
writing characters
chill-
like this? You're making me not want to watch the show. This is why a lot of people are just tuning out, because you just write dumb stuff. You just make the show awkward for everybody watching it. If I was in the theater with my parents watching this, I would close my eyes and start going on Twitter and looking at things, ideas to do YouTube videos with Mike on. Like, that's how boring. I would just be turned off automatically. Oh god.
This is a complete cringe fest at the moment. Like, this guy is so. This guy just looks cringe.
Bring back
Without-
Daredevil.
He doesn't even need to talk. Like, me looking at him, I just cringe. And them going through the thing, even her CGI a little bit is kind of. I don't know, it's mostly the mouth. I think it's really hard for them to really CGI mouths and have them like do things.
That's him.
I don't play both.
Feeling what?
Goodbye. Oh, and I'm billing you for the whole hour.
Okay, you just spent
Bitch.
$1 million on some dumb shit. So.
Yeah. He deserves that. He's a fucking idiot, feminine bitch.
Cringe. Modern woman right there.
100%.
Yep.
Legally or physically?
Definitely physically, but I mean, maybe legally.
Where are you?
I'm on my way to the Lily Pet.
Is that a place I'm supposed to know?
Yeah, it's my famous secret lair.
It's fucking secret. What? Okay. Let's continue. Sorry.
Okay, I'm gonna try to move to this parking.
Oh, you're close. I'm heading to you. We'll meet in the middle.
Bring back Bruce Banner.
And here's the clip.
You need to back off.
And waste this outfit?
Eugene, get out of here.
You're making a mistake.
You made a mistake when you messed with my client. Now I'm gonna whoop your ass.
My ass remains unwhooped.
Yeah, let's fix that.
Bro.
Where are you going? We're not done.
You're very persistent, aren't you?
You're very annoying.
Hulk doing Hulk things.
That's someone's car. That's somebody's car.
I mean, granted, we could just do that about Avengers, like in the Avengers movies. Like, oh, that was someone's apartment.
Yeah,
That was
no, we
somebody's. You know, that one's somebody's livelihood right there. It's gone. Oh, there's the thunderclap. Holy shit. I mean, granted, if that was Hulk, that would have been so much worse. Oh.
And now
Bruh,
she knows who he
that's
is.
pretty fucked up, actually. Hold on. I'm going to go into that. That's actually pretty fucked up to do. Even in the Daredevil shows, as far as where I'm at in the show, no one, like, purposely unmasks the hero unless if, like, for any specific reason. that he might be dying. Like if it was like if technically they're a good person and they do it because the person was dying. So like there's no that right there is just like a huge form of disrespect, and she just completely disrespected Daredevil by taking off his mask because he purposely puts on the mask to hide his identity, and so by ripping off his mask, you pretty much don't give it. It's the kind of think of it as like luchadors, right? Luchadors put on the mask, and they don't want and having their mask off is kind of like a thing of like disrespect and a sign of like. And so if you rip off their mask, like you're completely disrespecting them and luchadors in general. So that's kind of how I feel about this. It's kind of she's being very disrespectful, and I mean clearly is supposed to be that way because I mean She-Hulk is just a shitty character and she's just a shitty like person, and Daredevil and Matt Murdock are not that way at all, and so by them doing this, it makes sense. But I just don't fucking
it looks
like
like
it.
she just defeated him.
Yeah, it pisses me off. That pisses me off to no end that she would do something like that.
Wait, do you pretend to be blind, man? Because that is really
No,
problematic.
I'm blind. Relax. I have a special method that I use to see.
Oh, like echolocation.
Yeah, kind of. It's, I basically have really good hearing. Or at least, I did.
Wait, why were you attacking my client?
Leapfrog is the bad guy here. He kidnapped Luke Jacobson. He's holding him hostage.
Well, just very daring to use ketchup and mustard as your color scheme.
Jesus, this show's not funny at all.
No, please don't.
Okay. Well, if you're done making fun, I need to save my client from your client.
Okay, yeah, let's go.
You ever destroyed a parking lot before?
Oh, crap. I'll go leave a note.
Oh God.
Yo,
Look how secret that is.
Yeah, it's like it's my secret lair, and you just have it written on a fucking billboard.
This show is really not funny. You know, people who
What the
think this
fuck?
show is funny has to be low IQ. I just don't understand how people think it's nothing is. This is so cringe. I don't understand how people watch this stuff day in day out and enjoy it. I really don't get it.
We're almost halfway through, by the way. We're almost halfway through.
Is this what entertainment has become?
Yeah, this is no.
Subtle.
Exactly.
For version 2, we gotta go all out. I'm talking bulletproof shields, fancy AI with a British voice that talks to you. Oh snap! And some
What are you,
of those
Iron
poison
Man?
darts like the tree
right.
frogs.
I don't know who told you that you could pull off this color, but you should go back to them and shoot them.
Because I kidnapped you.
That writing, Jesus.
Words hurt, man.
Oh Lord.
Words do not hurt.
Stop it.
We have.
Stop it.
I'm pretty sure we talked about
that's
that.
how you know this was written by a girl. That's how you know. It's just so.
So bad.
It's just so obvious who wrote this show and the kind of person that they. It's just like no, words hurt people who are extremely emotional in a very easy way, like most women are, and a lot of males today. It's just. Oh God! Once again, just this is how males are portrayed in shows. It's very sad.
Very. And I see guys. What do we think about the name Leap Squad? It's terrible.
What do we think about the name Leap Squad?
Terrible.
There are 25 goons. 7 below us, 8 in the front, and 10 in the hallway.
I didn't know that.
Can you hear their heartbeats?
You can hear their heartbeats.
Gee.
Come on, that's a little far-fetched.
Nah, you can.
Can you hear yours too? Your heart's beating pretty fast.
What? No, it's not. I'm healthy.
Bro.
They're gonna smash.
Yep.
Right, I'm
Sexual
gonna take
tension.
you to the side and take out the goons in the back. Take me 15 seconds to take out each one, so you just wait here until I've gotten all 10.
I'm not gonna sit here for half an hour while you pick off goons one by one.
That's not how that math works out.
I'm a Hulk. How about I just smash our way in?
Because they have weapons, Jennifer.
Yeah, good thing She-Hulk is indestructible, Matthew.
Stealth's the way to go, okay? Trust me, I've done this a million times. Just remind me again how many times you've broken into a warehouse full of goods.
Remind me again who has the superpowers here? Oh, I'm pointing at myself.
Oh, yeah, I know. I have echolocation, remember? Just let me do my thing.
Yeah, and I will do my thing.
Oh God, I can't. Why are you dancing?
You don't have a thing. You don't ever do this.
She doesn't.
Just follow my lead.
There we go.
Yes.
Ah, yeah, of course.
And look at her. She.
I guess that's pretty cool.
Okay.
Haha. 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 You know.
That's how women react to a real man, by the way.
Doesn't mean
Yeah.
that cool with being the baby for a moment. Wait, I thought you wanted to call us tadpoles. Yeah, man. How did you not know what a baby?
Get fucked, bro. See, now that I thought it was good. That I liked. Here we go. Here's a hallway scene.
even more serious charges. Legally speaking, we could say this is an episode of mania.
Temporary sanity is murky, but it's not a bad strategy.
Angle this more as a form of traumatic expression due to undiagnosed PTSD.
So the devil ninja guy, he's a lawyer?
No, I'm just a big fan of legal dramas.
This guy's really kind of doing it for me.
I already told you guys. She-Hulk's gonna smash.
You thought that would
Well, literally.
Yeah, he just fucking died.
Emotional male cries. Yeah. Let's just talk about Daredevil because he's a G. The way she's acting around Daredevil is how women actually react to men they find attractive. That's how they act around real men, right? The other guys who are portrayed as idiots and weak and emotional. You can tell She-Hulk has a disgust for them. She knows that they're all morons. And then when masculine Daredevil, who knows what he's doing, he's smooth, he's an actual man.
Yeah, he's
right?
logical. He's tactical. He knows what he's doing,
and he's also leading. He led the charge on the assault on the bad guys, and She-Hulk found that attractive. I guess she got wet with green slime and a pussy and shit. So that's actually how women would react to a dominant male, a dominant man. Actually, this is not a male. This is an actual man. So this is how women actually find guys who they find attractive. You know, she's coming to him. She's following his lead. She's being very feminine to him. So this is how I think that's very accurate. That's how they would act, right? So
and you can tell me every time she freaking breaks the fourth wall in like at least in the last few minutes, like she's just been like, this guy's like serious, you know, all this stuff, and like and he's just doing his thing. He's like just take my lead or whatever, and she's like, oh yeah, and then. Even though that she fucked it up by like smashing into the guys when he could have just taken them all out real quick. Even though she did that and that was pretty stupid, like she's still super attracted to him because like he doesn't care and he just does exactly the things that actual men need to be doing.
He has those James Bond vibes.
Yeah.
More of a secret identity thing you wouldn't understand.
Exactly.
Thanks for your help with all this.
Thanks for your help.
Oh, no, you wouldn't have helped me.
No, I was the lead superhero.
You were the guy who wanted to spend half an hour picking off each goon one by one.
You were the woman who caused excessive property damage. And you still can't get that math right.
When do you head to New York?
Tomorrow.
I knew he was gonna say that.
Sam.
Do you want to spend the night at my place?
Hey, maybe next time I'm in town, I'll take you out to dinner.
Daredevil's about to simp.
I can skip all of that.
There we go. Okay, skip the formalities. Just fuck.
Good. That's how it should be.
What?
What the fuck?
You're doing so good, show, and you just...
You almost did it. You almost had perfect.
This show will take any good thing and make it cringe. I swear. Anything good, and then they just destroy it. Ah, God, where do we even begin?
This is all for a fucking cheap joke. This is literally all for a cheap joke. And it's so stupid. Like, literally, you could have had a scene where Daredevil's putting on his gear, and she goes, "When will you be back in town?" And he says, "I'll call you." And then he like jumps on her house and jumps away. Like,
should have hired us to write the show.
Literally, that would have been awesome, and she'd be like, "Oh," and like she would have had a great night because that's literally how she was feeling with the previous guy before. What the fuck was his name? Josh or whatever? I don't know. Who cares? Like that's really how she was feeling after that night, right? And so having that with Daredevil and having Daredevil actually be a good guy and like, you know, saying goodbye and then leaving in a badass way would have been awesome for their characters together and their relationship together, right? But instead you went for a cheap joke where it's like the walk of shame, where usually it's like the girls with you know, when they have no shoes on and they're walking back to their dorms from wherever they were when they went to a party and fucked some guy. That's literally what this is. This is just a cheap joke and it's stupid. It does not match with Daredevil's character, especially since now he's walking in broad fucking daylight in his suit. That makes no fucking sense. He should be up on top of buildings, jumping over buildings, trying not to be spotted by people. Like, it's so dumb for him to just be walking in broad daylight right now.
Yes, this just killed the whole tension. I was actually feeling good about the show for 1 second. Then now once again we're back to going to cringe city. So they got the seduction right pretty much, except Daredevil's being a simp, and he was saying, "Oh, let me take you out to dinner sometime." Like, no, yeah, you could have been a G. You could have set a good example for men going forward, but no. So that was a little weak on his part. I would have been like, "What are you up to tonight?" And I would have been the one to suggest. I think the girl would have been the one to say, "Hey, oh no, well maybe not." She could have. I don't know how I would have written it, but
To be fair, though, I mean, he does feel her heartbeat, so he probably already knew that the sexual tension was high. So he felt like whatever he said did not matter because he knew that they would have smashed regardless because of he knows her heartbeat. He knows how she's feeling because of that. He has that ability. And so regardless if he even said, take you out to dinner, we could do this, I'll pay for this, he could have said whatever he wanted. And it wouldn't have mattered because he knew that she would have just been like, let's just cut all that shit out and let's just fuck. That's pretty much and that's what just happened. So even if, him saying, take you out to dinner, I probably wouldn't have said that. It probably is not the best thing to do. I mean, that's what guys always fucking do because guys are dumb. But he knew, and I feel like he knew, that he could have said whatever he wanted and he was still going to smash regardless.
yeah, she had a very high sexual attraction. But normally, girls would not say, "Oh, let's just skip all that." Normally, a girl, unless she's like super masculine,
which clearly,
usually guys
that's what he did.
Guys need to initiate the the sex and all that stuff.
Yeah, which clearly I felt like he knew. I feel like he knew because of the heartbeat thing. I feel like he knew that she would. So like that's why I'm not really worried about that with the character wise, but with actually people that are not characters, real human beings. That won't happen to you. I'm sorry. You have like a 1% chance that will actually happen to you.
I will say a lot of people will criticize Shield for being promiscuous and for sleeping with so many men. Even though I do believe that is how she was like in the comics.
I think so.
That's accurate. But it's also interesting to point out. A lot of guys don't know this, but a lot of women are like that in secret. See, guys are more flaunty with their like, oh yeah, I had sex with 100 women. A lot of women's body counts are higher than you guys think. A lot of women are very slick about that kind of stuff, and I know this from being in the game. Women like sex a lot, and women are just better at hiding their sexual thirst. They only want the top 20% of guys. Of course, we know this. You can check out older videos that we talk about that. It's not really a dig about She-Hulk being promiscuous, because a lot of women that you may think are innocent are actually can be very slutty with. It's just you got to be the right guy at the right time, at the right place. But most guys watching this won't really understand that. You got to really be in the game. You really have to be with a lot of women in order to understand how that is. But let's continue this cringe fest.
Yeah, there's only 11 minutes left. Let's just get through it.
I feel like this episode should be over.
Yeah.
I feel like the series should have been over.
Yes.
Why didn't you answer any of my calls? I thought that you might be dead or something. I had to break and enter. By the way,
No, she was sucking
there's
dick.
some guy outside dressed in a devil costume, and he's doing the walk of shame because he's
They just pointed out. It's so bad.
with the. Oh, all right, and we're happy. Oh, we're happy. Okay, all right.
I bet he gotta fuck good.
Seriously, what is this scene? This episode already came to a very satisfying conclusion. Trust me.
Okay.
We gotta go. You can tell me about it later. We have to do your hair and your makeup. And where is the gown from Luke?
Oh, for the gala? Wait, we're doing the gala? That doesn't feel right. Is next episode the finale?
Come on, let's go.
Oh, just like a tacked on set piece near the end of the season?
Stop bringing
This
the
is
fourth
a big
wall.
twist,
Stop.
isn't it?
It's not funny.
But the question is it the kind of twist that's like, ooh, there's another Hulk, but this one's red, or like, I'm getting fridged?
We gotta make it look amazing.
Wolverine reference, by the way. Okay.
Okay.
Here we go. Here's the gala scene.
Okay.
Oh my god! Wow.
I just had sex this morning.
Yeah. I just got fucked.
Okay. I'd smash the one on the left. Female Lawyer of the Year? Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I feel like that's just like a thing. Like,
I guess.
yeah, like best female actress and all that other stuff. So like,
All right.
they probably didn't do male lawyer of the year yet. That should be Matt Murdock.
It's not gonna happen,
But he's not here. He was too busy doing the Walk of Shame.
Female Lawyer of the Year award goes to Jennifer She-Hulk Walters.
Yay.
Let's go. What? Hey, Mallory.
Okay.
Now tell us.
The fuck is this?
Female lawyer.
What is this?
Wait a minute.
This is so. Oh my.
Wait.
What is going on?
Wait. Did they just do a swerve and just be like, oh yeah, this was like a participation award? That's funny. Now that's hilarious to me. And now they're just gonna be like,
half the recognition, and you're constantly being asked.
okay, now I'm not having fun.
Oh Lord.
I'd actually like to take this time to thank my parents and my friends and my esteemed colleagues without whom I wouldn't be here today.
Do you want to see who She-Hulk really is?
We already know She-Hulk really is.
My identity is not a secret. This is busted.
This is the truth, presented by Intelligentsia. She-Hulk does not deserve your attention. She does not deserve your praise.
What are you talking about?
She does not deserve the power she stole from the Hulk.
Oh my god, can somebody cut this off?
Superhero.
Okay, can we stop this?
And she's a slut.
Stop it.
And she's a slut, bro.
This is well, yeah.
I mean, true.
Yeah. Leave Matt Murdock alone.
No, that wasn't Matt Murdock.
Oh,
no, that was the other guy.
Oh, Josh.
Yeah, that was the other guy.
Don't do it, Jack.
Okay.
Female go roar.
Okay.
Oh, there's the intelligentsia. They're like, get the fuck out of here.
I guess that's legal. You're gonna get in legal trouble doing that. Is she roaring? Alright, where's Hulk?
Those are the I'm pretty sure those are like cannons, like the one from the Incredible Hulk.
Is it?
Yeah, I think so. They look similar.
Well, she might have to go to jail now.
In the fucking shit zone.
Let's see if there's an end credit thing.
Yeah,
Just
gotta.
mock. Yeah, episode had some highlights, but it wasn't that great.
Looks like not.
We just watched She-Hulk episodes, so you guys don't have to.
Yeah.
I would rate this episode a 4 out of 10. Maybe a 3 out of 10. Has some good moments. Maybe a 2 out of 10. No, 3 out of 10. 4 out of 10. One of those. Daredevil was pretty cool. She-Hulk, dumb. You know, sometimes she had her moments, but a lot of cringe moments. They had some good moments with Daredevil, but that's basically it. I don't know. I'm not gonna remember this episode for long.
Yeah, I probably just gonna go with the same thing for you. The same thing that you did. Daredevil literally carried the episode. Matt Murdock carried the episode. That was probably the best parts of this entire episode, to be fair. Like the court scene, them at the bar, them fighting, Daredevil fighting specifically. Pretty much their interactions with each other I thought was great. And everything else was not, I mean, it was just typical She-Hulk shit. So it was just whatever to me. But like the stuff with Daredevil, other than that ending part,
yeah,
him walking away,
yeah, that was very pathetic.
Other than that, everything with Daredevil was great. Loved it, perfect, except for that one part. But
yeah, that was really bad. So yeah, it's another episode of the media portraying most men. You know, Matt Murdock would, I guess, fill in for the 20% that women actually do like, and the rest of the 80% are just losers. You know, pretty accurate. This is, you know, most of media and art depicts men as just stupid, and it's very relevant in this show, this episode specifically, as well. Yeah, I would not recommend the show to anyone. I would instead of watching stuff like this, I'd rather people do a good full body workout at the gym, or go for a run, or cook a steak, or hang out with their friends. And
if you feel like watching movies or watching something, watch like Rocky or The Godfather or something like that.
Watch
like,
Predator. Just watch Predator all day.
Be motivated by something.
Yeah, watch something that's going to make you better, not stuff that's going to make you into a mindless zombie. So with that said, we're done reacting to this show. So with that said, make sure you guys hit the like button, comment your thoughts on the episode and our reaction below. Let us know what you guys think. And make sure you hit the subscribe button and keep the updates on this channel and keep hearing from us. Also, you know, Mike edits these videos. It takes a very long time. It takes us a long time to get this content going. So you could donate to the channel and help us out by donating to the Cash App, link in the description below. And with that said, we're going to see you guys in the next video.